angry and bitter and attitude, or I can choose to let go of it, ask God to heal me, show me my role in that, help me do what needs to be done so that it doesn't happen again, or at least that I am wiser about it when it happens again. And let God deal with my husband. And let him convict my husband. See, the same can be with your husband. If you're holding on to hurt, you're trying to punish your husband. Who are you? Who are you to wreak a punishment on your husband? I don't mean disrespect to you ladies. I really don't. What I'm trying to say is, it's God who is in judgment, not us. It is God who, excuse me, is there to make sure somebody changes or grows as a consequence. It's not up to us. Our job is to pray. Our job is to ask for strength to be what we're supposed to be in that particular situation. And sometimes it's not what we want to be at all. But I have learned, and I hope you have learned by now, that God's way is better. Even if I don't actually understand exactly every step at the moment, it will work out. That's part of our faith. But when we're talking about forgiveness, we have a part in stuff. You know, our husbands don't just hurt us for no reason. Now, I'm not saying you're a cause of anything, all right? And if you have had an abusive relationship, this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about getting angry because your husband forgot to take out the garbage. We're talking about getting angry because your husband stayed out all night instead of coming home like he was supposed to, and he was gambling with his buddies or whatever. We're not talking about a husband who beats on you or abuses drugs and alcohol, and we're not talking about that. All right? If that's your situation, I pray that you will get some help. That you will get some help. But when we have issues in our homes, in our marriages, chances are there's some things going on with us that I don't want to say allowed it to happen, but has somehow it's been open to being able to happen because of something going on with us too. And I think I've got 3 categories that we kind of tend to fall into. One is maybe we were too controlling. We were like, nope, can't do this, nope, can't do this, nope, can't do this, nope, 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 nope. And we were like, I'm going to give you a temper tantrum if you do this, and we're just using our behaviors, our bodies, and whatever else we can to control our husbands. That can lead to some issues. Okay, then we've also got, maybe we've not built up enough boundaries and let our husbands get away with everything. We've been an enabler. We've been a doormat. We haven't stood up for ourselves, and we need to build some boundaries. That's part of this issue of forgiveness too. And last, maybe we need to offer some more attention to our husbands. Have we been too self-absorbed, too child-absorbed, too home-absorbed, too others-absorbed, too work-absorbed? Have we been focused on everybody else but our husbands? Chances are our husband may have been acting out, right? So once we've done this forgiveness, then it's easier to build the intimacy. And ladies, I hear one of the biggest complaints is, my husband wants to be physically intimate and I just do not feel like it. Well, it's time to start feeling like it. I know that's a tough word to say, but you know what? Physical intimacy is a big part of respect and submission and forgiveness in a marriage. It really is. Now, I will offer suggestions, and as always, please pray. Please pray and ask God's wisdom. I am a human. I am a fallible human. These are my experiences in my own life. But I have learned that physical intimacy is a big part of a marriage. If you don't feel good about yourself, though, chances are having a physically intimate relationship is really difficult. What is it about you that keeps you from being open with your husband physically? Are you just feeling too tired at the end of the day? Change your day so you're not so tired. Are you feeling gross about your body? What do you need to do to not feel so gross about your body? Do you not like yourself? What is it about yourself you don't like? This is why we start with you. At the very beginning of this class, we've got to really work on ourselves because it blocks our physical intimacy. And if we have any, bitterness or resentment, it's much harder. But you know what? It's time to turn that table. It can be fun. It may not always be the most rewarding experience, but it can be fun. Plan for it. Be creative in it. Talk to your husband about it. Say, hey, what do you like? This is what I like. What can we figure this out? It's kind of an uncomfortable conversation, isn't it, sometimes? But you know what? Who else can we talk about this stuff with but our husband? I mean, really. We kind of laugh it off, but really, right? But another way to develop that desire for physical intimacy is to develop the emotional intimacy. I shared with you in the session notes that I was not a golfer. I certainly didn't know much about mixed martial arts and football. Oh, please. Really? But when I gave that up and I said, okay, I'll learn golf and tell me about this mixed martial arts thing and what are we going to do about football, and I kind of incorporated it into something we could do together, whole doors opened. We spend Sundays now fully loaded with appetizers and hanging out, and it's a blast. I may not always understand what's going on in football, but it's fun. I play golf. I'm not very good at it, but I do. I try. You know, these are things, and as a result, I have built an intimacy with my husband on a different level. I see him in a different way. We are partners. We are friends. And I think so often that role gets completely destroyed, right? So this is important. This is really important. Ladies, if you hear anything, hear this. Pray about your marriage. Pray that God helps you fulfill your role in your marriage the way He created you to fulfill it. Ask Him to remove all the uckiness out of your marriage that you've brought into it, whether by attitude, by design, by not forgiving, whatever. Ask Him to bring it all out and let you deal with it and get it all out of the way. And then ask Him to give you the strength to promote intimacy, to promote respect, to promote submission. Ask for God for a revolution within your heart for your husband. Don't be afraid. I can guarantee you that losing the anger and everything else will make all the difference in the world. Ladies, I pray that this has fulfilled you and energized you and given you a place to start. Thank you so much for listening.